Hi, I'm Justin from RTINGS.com, and today we're checking out the Sennheiser HD620S. We've bought and tested over 55 Sennheiser headphones and earbuds from the consumer grade up through the unobtainium grade. What's the deal with the Sennheiser HD620S? Here's a brief history lesson. The original Sennheiser HD600s are considered one of the best headphones for producers and audiophiles since their introduction in 1997. Typical of all open-back headphones though, the HD600 don't isolate external noise and they're not very bassy. Here's where the HD620S come in. They're closed-back headphones designed to isolate out more noise, leak less than open-backs, and retain a bit more low-end in the sound. Most of that is pretty normal for closed-back headphones, but what's unusual is that the brand claims that the HD620S can provide a spacious and immersive passive soundstage like the HD600 open-back headphones. Has Sennheiser cracked the code to combine all the advantages of open-back and closed-back together? Despite the HD620S moniker, they visually look more like the headphones from the Sennheiser HD500 range. Except of course for the closed-back housings on the HD620S. The over-ears have the same shaped headband and oblong ear cups as the HD560S. While built mainly of plastic, the HD620S have some quality of life upgrades that are more fitting for their tier, such as a stainless steel reinforced headband with thick padding and chunky ear pads. You can also remove the twist and lock cable if you need a replacement. That said, the box doesn't include a second cable or alternate ear pads. The HD620S are tight-fitting. However, thanks to their cushiony ear pads, they feel quite comfortable, even if you wear glasses. Their ear cups don't swivel side to side, which is pretty normal for this style of headphones. The hinges shift on a vertical axis to help with the fit, but it's their ample and soft padding that offsets most potential comfort issues. Annoyingly though, because their ear cups are large, people with smaller heads can find it harder to get a proper seal over their ears without any gaps, particularly at the bottom near the jaw. More on that later though. The box includes a basic pouch for warding off dust, but it's nothing too exciting. These passive wired headphones provide zero latency audio. Their cable is covered in Kevlar. Because they're analog headphones, you can connect them to virtually any analog headphone jack. The cable terminates in an 1/8 of an inch TRS jack, and you can use the 1/4 inch adapter if needed. There's no mic, so you'll need a separate mic if you're on a video call or playing a game with a friend. Otherwise, they don't require a headphone amp for the majority of sources to drive them adequately, so you can plug them directly into your laptop or gaming controllers. Do these headphones sound the same on everyone? And between wears, do they sound the same on you? It is expected that there will be a degree of variation between people's experiences of a sound profile due to things like wearing glasses or having thick hair. But ideally, it won't be noticeably different. That said, the bass response of these headphones is drastically reduced if you wear glasses. This is because their arms break the over-ear seal. Because of this, their frequency response consistency is subpar. Some headphones have solutions designed to compensate for glasses, like the Sennheiser HD490 Pro, which include ear pads designed with ridges to fit around the arms of your glasses. But that's not the case here. As promised by the brand, the frequency response supplies a good amount of low end, if you're a test head that is. I'm assuming you're not, unless the robot uprising has started early. On real people, the low end can vary significantly if you have gaps, like from the aforementioned glasses. The larger ear cups can also play a role as they can sit on your jaw, creating other gaps. Plus, the very soft ear pads can compress unevenly. You can mitigate this inconsistency in the bass to an extent by paying attention to proper placement. Try removing your glasses, checking the seal, and putting your glasses back on. Then, you can adjust the fit to bring back the bass. This is important because the brand advertises that these headphones are like the open-back Sennheiser HD600, but with more bass. The HD620S do have a good amount of bass, but not for everyone. Okay, it's not all that bad, and you'll certainly hear some punch in the bass. If you happen to fit the Sennheiser cans well, you can expect a more even bass response with a good amount of boom and thump. Besides a small dip where the bass transitions to the mid-range that declutters the sound, their mids are pretty neutral. And a slight notch in the center of the mids prevents vocals from sounding boxy and too forward in the mix. Overall though, the HD620S aren't as brightly voiced as the HD600. Their low treble is slightly underemphasized, but generally follows a neutral curve before taking a steep dip that veils the clarity of vocals alongside the harmonics of cymbal hits. In the mid-treble region, the dip transitions to a sharp peak that can sound a bit piercing. One of the highlights of their design are the angled 42mm dynamic drivers with 38mm diaphragms. Apparently, they're retuned versions of the HD600 drivers. They look great, and the angled design is meant to help with passive soundstage by interacting with your outer ear for a sense of direction and distance. That said, a couple of issues crop up with this implementation. The lofty goal of creating a spacious and immersive soundstage in a set of closed-back headphones that's comparable to open-backs is, well, lofty. Those angled drivers don't exactly solve the equation. There's no working around the fact that these are still closed-back headphones, so they're not going to sound open. The audio playback doesn't leak out enough to engage with the space you're in. The headphones interact with your outer ears a bit to give you a sense of panning and width within the soundstage, but it still sounds like the audio is coming from inside your head for the most part. The HD620S's performance doesn't exactly match the big soundstage hype. Instead, the performance aligns more closely with other enthusiast-level closed-back headphones. One upside of the Sennheiser HD620S closed-back design is that they isolate external sounds far better than any open-back headphones. These are still passive headphones, so you're not going to get active noise cancellation grade performance, but the results are certainly solid for passive isolation. They block out high-pitched sounds well, like clinking glassware, and they muffle speech a bit, but not substantially. As with most passive isolating headphones, they basically don't cut out bass frequencies like construction noise. Again though, like with frequency response consistency, isolation requires a uniform over-ear seal. In this case, you can expect that if you wear glasses, you'll have worse noise isolation performance. Still, you won't bother people nearby as much as you would with open-back headphones that leak a lot of audio and don't isolate much at all. The Sennheiser HD620S have a lot going for them, including a great build quality and a comfortable fit. But they can't replace the HD600's wide, open, and immersive passive soundstage. They manage to give you a slight sense of width in the stereo image, but ultimately, sounds are still perceived like they're coming from the inside of your head. So, accepting that these aren't a substitute for openbacks, should you buy them? Maybe, but they're pretty niche. First off, if you wear glasses, they're probably not the best choice because of the diminished low end reaching your ears. If you don't wear glasses, you can expect a much fuller bass response. Their voicing is darker in the low treble, which is a bit easier on the ears for mitigating fatigue, but it lacks clarity and weakens articulation. Besides those concerns, they're comfortable, well-made, and stable. However, if you want the spaciousness of open-back headphones, just get open-back headphones. While you might expect me to say, get the Sennheiser HD600 instead, a lot has changed since 1997. They're still great headphones and you can get them, but the Sennheiser HD490 Pro benefit from subsequent design updates with a more balanced low end. The HD490 Pro are open back so they can provide an immersive, open, and spacious soundstage. The trade-off is that they're designed to leak audio and aren't meant to block out background noise. Still, if you're using them in an isolated room, you can benefit from a more consistent sound delivery and a more neutral sound. Regardless of your head size and whether you have big hair or wear glasses, they sound nearly the same on everyone. They also include an extra set of ear pads to slightly alter their sound too. Their cable is sturdy, detachable, and you can connect it to either ear cup. On the downside, they're slightly less well built than the HD620S, with flimsier plastic yokes. Plus, our unit had issues with screws falling out of their hinges, but it doesn't seem to be common, just something to note. If you have accepted that the HD620S aren't a substitute for open-back headphones, but still require closed-back headphones, fear not. Beyerdynamic produces several closed-back models worth considering instead of the Sennheiser HD620S. The Beyerdynamic DT700 Pro X are a solid starting place because they offer the same ease of use as the HD620S while mostly improving on some of their downsides. The Beyerdynamics have a premium build quality, are comfortable, and come with a spare cable. Plus, they have a balanced bass response with slightly clearer vocal articulation, whether you wear glasses or not. Their drivers are efficient, so you can skip the headphone amp too. Well, that's all for our review of the Sennheiser HD620S. If you're interested in learning more about this product, check out the written review linked in the description below. We also have other reviews on this channel that you can check out, and you can also check out our R&D page and our main page. Until next time, I'm Justin from ratings.com, where we help you find the best products for your needs.
If you like what we do here and want to be a part of it, good news! We're hiring. We're currently looking for a display specialist that loves TV tech just as much as we do. If you're interested in learning more or seeing what other positions are open, follow the link to our careers page in the description below.